To raise money for her mother's medical treatment, she reluctantly sold her virginity. At a hotel, a tall man stumbled along, clearly drunk, his face flushed. He pushed open the door and saw a woman standing in front of the floor-to-ceiling window. He embraced her from behind, mumbling, "Why are the lights off? Haidang, why do I suddenly feel so unwell?" The next second, he grabbed her neck. With his other hand, he ripped open the woman's clothes. He kissed her while undoing her nightgown. Their fingers intertwined. The woman had a beautiful birthmark on her shoulder. They quickly got down to business. Several hours later, the woman sat up, leaning quietly against the window, lost in thought, seemingly distracted. The door opened, and another woman walked in. She praised her. "You did well." He didn't notice anything amiss, did he? Her voice trembled slightly, lacking the usual haughty demeanor of the other woman. She seemed rather smug. "All right, Jiang Xuan, you're done here. Go next door, change your clothes, and leave quickly. Remember to keep a low profile." She stepped forward and grabbed Jiang Xuan's shoulder. Jiang Xuan panicked. "Wait, what about my mother's medical expenses?" She shoved Jiang Xuan forcefully. Don't touch me." She patted her clothes as if they were dirty. "Dad has already paid the hospital. The surgery should be done by now. If I were you, I wouldn't still be hanging around. If the surgery fails, you might not even get to see her one last time." Jiang Xuan collapsed to the floor, devastated. "What did you say?" Outside, the rain was pouring down and traffic was jammed. She was extremely anxious. "Driver, I have an emergency. I need to get to the hospital. Can you think of a way?" The driver was helpless. "Miss, there's a traffic jam ahead." Jiang Xuan told the driver to pull over. She got out of the car and ran through the rain. Her name was Jiang Xuan, and she was 21 years old. Her parents divorced when she was 3. She took her mother's surname, Jiang. Her sister, Su Xuetong, left with their father. For 18 years, their lives had no intersection until their mother was hospitalized with heart disease, urgently needing 300,000 for surgery. For this money, she made a deal with her sister, selling her virginity. Jiang Xuan ran all the way and finally arrived at the city hospital. She rushed to the nurse's station. "Nurse, can I visit someone in the ICU?" The nurse dutifully asked. Family members are generally not allowed to visit the ICU, but it depends on the specific condition. "What is the patient's name?" Jiang Xuan quickly said. "Her name is Jiang Minjin. She's my mother. She just had surgery and should still be in the ICU." The nurse looked at her in surprise. "Jiang Minjin? She hasn't had surgery, and she's been in a regular ward the whole time." Jiang Xuan gasped. "No surgery." Hearing this, she froze, unable to react. She remained there until the nurse got off work and left. She couldn't understand why. All she wanted was for her mother to live. At this moment, she broke down, crying heartbrokenly, tears streaming down her face. Why? To pay for her mother's treatment, she took her twin sister's place and had a one-night stand with a wealthy young man. In the honeymoon suite of a hotel, Lu Shuchen slowly stirred from his sleep. He opened his eyes to the sight of a beautiful and elegant face. A satisfied smile played on his lips. He gently flicked her delicate skin with his finger. Su Xuetong winced and woke up. Su Xuetong, her face beaming, shyly buried her face in the covers. "Honey, you're awake." He softly replied, hum. "I'm going to take a shower." He reached out and hugged her. "Xuetong, let's shower together." Su Xuetong playfully protested. No, her cheeks flushed. Lu Shuchen noticed her smooth, unblemished skin. He froze. Su Xuetong, seizing the moment, quickly slipped out of bed. "I'll wash myself." As she turned towards the bathroom, Lu Shuchen's face darkened. Why were there no marks on Su Xuetong's body? He replayed the previous night in his mind. Had they not done anything? Was last night just a dream? Or was he impotent? He grabbed the sheets in frustration. Last night was supposed to be his and Su Xuetong's first time. His first time ever. He had never touched a woman before. But seeing Su Xuetong's smooth, unmarked skin, he felt incredibly annoyed. Meanwhile, at the Su residence, Jiang Xuan pounded on the door, yelling, "Su Yuancheng, come out. If you don't come out, I'll buy firecrackers and throw them at your door." After about 2 or 3 minutes, Su Yuancheng finally opened the door, scowling. "Jiang Xuan, what are you doing here?" He angrily questioned her. "You promised to pay for my mother's surgery. Why haven't you paid? If you try to back out, I'll tell everyone what happened last night." Su Yuancheng, with his back to her, was speechless. At this moment, a woman came downstairs. It was Luo Yun, Su Yuancheng's second wife. That we're all family. Can we talk things out? Money is a small matter. The important thing is whether things are seen through. Jiang Shuowan's voice was cold. If money is a small matter, then why haven't you paid? Luo Yun replied self-righteously. What if you mess things up? We have to be careful. Su Yuanqing pointed at his daughter, who looked exactly like Su Xuetong. Look at you. All you talk about is money. You look like a penniless pauper who's never seen money before. Jiang Shuowan's hands clenched into fists beneath her sleeves, her body trembling that of course I've seen money. Who hasn't? If I had 300,000, I wouldn't have been sold by you. Her precious first time. Su Yuansheng glared furiously at the disobedient Jiang Shuowan. What kind of attitude is that? How dare you speak to your father like that? Her voice was icy, trembling slightly. Father? Even if this man truly existed, he died when I was 3. Hearing this, Su Yuansheng slapped her hard. He roared you. You're entangled with that strange man from last night. Jiang Shuowan, slapped hard by her father, fought back tears, clenching her jaw. She bravely held out her hand towards him, demanding, "Give me the money." Su Yuansheng started to say something, but his wife quickly stopped him. Putting on a virtuous air, Luo Yun said, "Don't push her too far. It'll be troublesome if this blows up. Yuansheng, since things have already progressed this far, let's not delay Shuowan from saving someone. Just give her the money." Taking a large wad of cash from the servant, Su Yuansheng furiously snatched it. He threw the money in the air above Jiang Shuowan's head. "You want money, right? Fine, I'll give you money. Pick it up yourself. Every single bill." Jiang Shuowan froze, watching the money flutter down from above. She heard her father's cruel words again. "Humph. Do you still want the money to save that woman's life? If not, I'll have someone sweep it away." She immediately crouched down and began picking up the bills one by one. Luo Yun stroked Su Yuansheng's chest. "Try and calm him down, Dado. Don't be angry. After all, she comes from the backwoods. She hasn't seen the world." A voice inside Jiang Shuowan urged her, "Pick it up, Jiang Shuowan. No matter how humiliating, pick it up. Compared to your mother's life, your dignity is worthless." Luo Yun sighed. How could she compare to Xuetong, who grew up with us? After all, people like her are shameless when it comes to money. Hearing this, Jiang Shuowan stiffened, her whole body trembling. After collecting the money, she left, clutching the box and running desperately through the rain. Thank goodness, Mom will finally be saved this time. Suddenly, a car drove by. She instinctively stepped back, but the car's wheels splashed water all over her. She immediately turned and hugged the box tightly. The car window rolled down. It seemed the water had splashed the person inside. She looked but only saw a large black umbrella and a figure that looked a lot like Su Xuetong. The driver slammed on the brakes. Their eyes widened. Su Xuetong's sweet voice rang out. "Shu-chun, why did you stop? My parents are waiting for us at home." Jiang Shuowan thought she must have been mistaken. She shrugged it off, that it's nothing. "Let's go." Su Xuetong responded with a cheerful hum. Jiang Shuowan checked the box. Thankfully, it wasn't wet. She breathed a sigh of relief. She then ran to the hospital. At that time, she naively believed that this farce of a monetary transaction had finally come to an end, and that she and the man from that night, who were never from the same world, would never cross paths again. However, she later learned that everything had just begun. She had sold her first time just to get money for her mother's treatment. And what she didn't expect was that her mother refused the treatment. Jiang Shuowan rushed to the hospital with the money and paid for her mother's surgery. She was happy to receive the receipt. Great. Mom can get ready for surgery now. But seeing her disheveled reflection in the glass window, she paused. She had never imagined she would be in such a sorry state. After tidying herself up, she finally mustered the courage to push open the door. "Mom, are you hungry? Have some chicken soup." Jiang Minjin smiled kindly. "Thought it's getting late. Mom has something to tell you. Mom thinks we should go home soon. After all, school is starting soon." Jiang Shuowan stirred the chicken soup. "Mom, just be obedient and have the surgery. We can go home soon. The hospital is already arranging it." Jiang Minjin was stunned. Surgery is already arranged? But where did we get so much money? Jiang Shuowan smiled and handed her mother the soup. Don't worry about that. The most important thing for you now is to eat well and prepare for the surgery." Jiang Minjin grabbed her hand. "Tell me honestly, did you go to Su Yuansheng in them? Did they give you a hard time?" Don't get upset. No, it didn't give me a hard time. Jiang Mingjin felt even more guilty. Let's not do the surgery. Let's not. I'm just a burden to you. I don't deserve to be a mother. Let's leave the hospital. Yes, let's leave before the surgery. Let's return the money and leave the hospital. The next second, she accidentally fell out of bed. Jiang Shuoan quickly rushed to protect her. Fortunately, she managed to catch her. Jiang Mingjin wasn't hurt, but the bowl of soup landed on the broken shards of the bowl. Jiang Shuoan trembled slightly, deeply worried. Are you all right? She hurriedly called for a doctor. 30 minutes later, Jiang Mingjin's wound had been treated. Seeing her poor complexion, the doctor suggested a blood test. Jiang Shuoan immediately refused and instead asked, "When can my mother's surgery be performed at the earliest?" The doctor reassured her, "Tomorrow evening." It's rare to see such a filial child. You must be your mother's most beloved daughter. Otherwise, she wouldn't always be holding a photo of you in a princess dress and talking about you. The doctor turned and left. Jiang Shuoan didn't have any photos of herself in a princess dress. Jiang Shuoan walked to the ward door and peeked inside. She saw her mother holding a photo. Could it be Mom and Shuoan are in Bingxing now? Shuoan, she's such a heartbreaking child. I wonder how you're doing now. Mom really misses you. It turned out her mother had never let go of Su Xuetong, but she had never mentioned it to Jiang Shuoan. The next day, Jiang Shuoan went to the university where Su Xuetong attended. She wore a mask to avoid being recognized. The auditorium required an invitation, so she had to find a place to wait for Su Xuetong to come out. Suddenly, the wind blew her mask away. It blew further and further away. She turned to chase after it and accidentally missed a step. Her whole body lurched forward. The man from that night appeared again. She was once again gripped by fear and just wanted to run away. Jiang Shuoan stumbled and fell from the stairs. At the critical moment, a man's hand caught her around the waist. She politely said, "Thank you." Lu Shuchun, instead of releasing his hold on her waist, tightened his grip and nuzzled his nose against her. "You smell even better without perfume." Without perfume? When had she ever worn perfume? And this voice? She looked up at the man holding her and froze. His magnetic voice, filled with affection, rang out above her head once more. "Didn't I tell you to wait for me at the venue? Why did you run out dressed like this?" Jiang Shuoan felt a terror she had never experienced before. This man was her nightmare, her inner demon. It seemed that just seeing him brought back the undeserved tenderness of that night, lingering in her mind. Her body instinctively tensed. It took a full 10 seconds for her to realize that Lu Shuchun had mistaken her for Su Xuetong. Lu Shuchun looked at the stunned woman. "What's wrong? Are you that surprised to see me here so early?" Just then, her mask floated back down, landing at their feet. He bent down and picked up the mask she had dropped when she fell. "Were you looking for this? But why are you wearing a mask at school?" He yelled out to her. Jiang Shuoan quickly snatched it and put it on. "My throat is uncomfortable. I think I might have a cold." Hearing this, he put his arm around her. "Got a cold? It's still early. I'll take you to the hospital." Jiang Shuoan was startled. She quickly pushed him away. "It's nothing. I'm just going to the restroom. I'll come back and find you." He took a step closer, solicitously asking, "Do you want me to go with you?" No, I'll be quick. You go to the auditorium first." Jiang Shuoan finished speaking and, without waiting for his reply, turned and ran in the opposite direction. Lu Shuchun's voice called out after her, "Slow down. Don't run so fast." How could he dare? She ran quickly in that direction, hoping to swiftly shake off the man. Lu Shuchun kept his eyes fixed on her back, feeling his blood sugar was acting strangely today. She ran for a long time, finally stopping breathlessly at the lakeside pavilion, feeling almost faint. She had only just rested for a moment when a hand reached out from behind her. Her pupils dilated. She quickly looked over. It was her good friend, Xiaoying Lan. What a fright. Wan, why were you running so fast? I called you, but you didn't hear me. And why can't I get through on your phone? Jiang Shuoan smiled, not answering directly. Meanwhile, the auditorium was almost fully decorated. Lu Shuchun's arrival immediately attracted a lot of discussion. It's Lu Shuchun, the CEO of Yintian Group. He seems to have graduated only 6 years before us. He's worthy of being the leader of the 4 young masters of Bingxing. So handsome. Haha, what are you thinking? I think he's here with his girlfriend. Lu Shuchun realized by the scent that the girl that night didn't seem to be Su Xuetong. Instead, it was her twin sister. She took his arm and snuggled against him. Lu Shuchun looked at her in surprise. "Weren't you going to the restroom?" He was puzzled. "The restroom? I'm not going to the restroom now." Lu Shuchun had already sensed something was wrong. She hadn't been wearing this outfit earlier, and her voice was also better. Seeing his silence, Su Xuetong asked nervously, Shuchun, what's wrong? He shook his head imperceptibly. Nothing. Will you perform a solo piece? The anniversary celebration is about to start, he said, and was about to pull his hand away, but she gripped it tightly. Suddenly, she leaned close to his ear and whispered, Shuchun, can I sit next to you? Lu Shuchun tilted his head slightly, his brow furrowing. What's that smell on you? Su Xuetong froze. That I've been using Chanel No. 5 recently. Seeing his displeased expression, she nervously added, don't you like this scent? His pupils contracted. He pulled his hand free, but still gave her some face. That it's nothing. I just think something more natural would be better, he said, returning to his seat. What was wrong with Lu Shuchun today? Why did he have such an uneasy feeling? Meanwhile, on the other side, Xia Yingluan worriedly touched Jiang Shuowan's forehead. Wan, you look pale. Are you feeling unwell? Jiang Shuowan shook her head. Oh, I smell of anything. Xia Yingluan paused, then sniffed her. There's a scent. Jiang Shuowan immediately became tense. Really? What kind of scent? What else could it be? The scent of a young woman, of course. Jiang Shuowan blushed crimson at her words. She playfully hit Xia Yingluan on the head a few times. Stop it. Stop your nonsense. Xia Yingluan cried out dramatically. Ouch. I'm already this dumb, and you're hitting me, making me even dumber. Then she spoke up for her friend. You know about Su Xuetong's engagement, right? Her fiancé is Lu Shuchun, the son of Bingqing's richest man. You two are clearly twins. Why does she get to live a life of luxury while you? Seeing Jiang Shuowan's distress, Xia Yingluan stopped talking. She comforted her. Oh, Wan, don't be upset. It's not that I think living with your aunt is bad. It's just that it's not fair to you. Jiang Shuowan said softly, I know. But her life of luxury with that man is her happiness. My simple life with my mother is my happiness, Yingluan. Everyone's happiness is different. As long as my mother's illness is cured, that's my greatest happiness right now. Xia Yingluan smiled at her. Then I'll go to the hospital with you tomorrow. Your aunt is a good person. Everything will be all right. Jiang Shuowan arrived at the entrance of the auditorium and looked inside. It's been so long. Hasn't the anniversary celebration ended yet? If I wait any longer, I'll miss the bus back. Maybe I should ask someone to pass on a message. But you need an invitation to enter the auditorium. Where can I find someone with an invitation now? Just then, she saw someone holding a VIP ticket walking towards the auditorium entrance. She immediately ran after him. Sir, please wait. He was Xiao Yunhan, one of the 4 young masters of Bingqing. Hearing the call, he stopped and raised an eyebrow. Are you calling me? Lu Shuchun had successfully distinguished between the twins and had started to take action against the twin sister. Jiang Shuowan caught up. Sir, could you please help me deliver a message inside? Xiao Yunhan stopped, his brow slightly raised. Who are you looking for? She had to fabricate a relationship with Su Xuetong. Su Xuetong. She's my cousin. I have an urgent matter to discuss with her. My phone is dead. Could you please ask her to come out? Is it convenient? Xiao Yunhan looked at her, his gaze clearly probing. Oh, you're Su Xuetong's cousin? He nodded and immediately stepped back. Dressed like this, he shouldn't be able to tell that she looked exactly like Su Xuetong. A faint, almost imperceptible smile played on Xiao Yunhan's lips. All right, I'll be sure to pass on a message. Jiang Shuowan was overjoyed to hear this. Thank you, sir. Seeing the man enter the auditorium, she ducked back behind the tree, letting out a long breath. Thankfully, this gentleman was willing to help. Now, she should be able to make it back in time. After a while, a tall figure slowly approached her. Just then, a man's voice came from behind her. What are you hiding here for? Jiang Shuowan was startled. She recognized the voice and quickly turned to confirm it was him. It really was him. He had come back. Jiang Shuowan couldn't understand why he was here. In the next second, she panicked and quickly fled. Unfortunately, her foot caught on a tree root and she stumbled forward. She felt no pain. Looking up, she was shocked. She had fallen right onto him. Her hand instinctively reached out to pull off his mask, but he abruptly sat up, covering his face tightly. He grabbed her wrist and pulled her back, pinning her against the tree. Lu Shuchun's lips curved into a subtle arc as he looked down at the woman he held captive. Who are you? He asked. Jiang Shuowan's heart pounded with panic. Had this man seen through her disguise? It must have been her earlier actions that aroused his suspicion. She couldn't let anything jeopardize Su Xuetong's wedding. Otherwise, Su Yuanqing wouldn't spare her or her mother. She and Su Xuetong were identical twins. If you only looked at their faces, strangers couldn't tell them apart. She took a deep breath. In a split second, she made a bold decision. She reached up and removed her mask. Her expression instantly became coquettish. Even her voice changed, becoming as sweet and delicate as Su Shuetong's. Shu-chun, I was just kidding with you. I wanted to see if you could recognize me with a mask on. The air thickened. His face darkened. Jiang Shuowan's heart beat faster. Why that expression? Had she used the wrong name for him? How did Su Shuetong address him? Ah, brother Shu-chun. Just as she was feeling uneasy, Lu Shu-chun suddenly let out a cold laugh, a hint of mockery playing on his lips. That you're Su Shuetong? She touched her face, her smile a little strained. That aren't I? If this face isn't mine, then whose is it? The innocent girl, in order to conceal her identity, unexpectedly kissed the domineering CEO. Lu Shuchen's gaze remained fixed on her. Why aren't you inside? And why did you change clothes and come out here? Jiang Shuan imitated Su Shuetong's demeanor, speaking in a Jiao voice. That I came out for some fresh air. There's so many people inside, and the air is stuffy. Besides, wouldn't it be too conspicuous if I didn't change my clothes? He moved closer, his expression unreadable. Why did you run away when you saw it was me? Jiang Shuan blushed, flustered by his proximity. Lu Shuchun leaned against a tree, looking down at her. The coldness in his eyes quickly vanished. I remember you liking being pinned against the wall. Su Shuetong liked being pinned against the wall. Was she very forward with Lu Shuchen? In the next second, she suddenly reached up, looped her arms around his neck, and stood on tiptoe. Her pink lips pressed against his. Lu Shuchen narrowed his eyes. He placed his hand on her head, pressing her against the tree trunk. The forceful, domineering kiss left her momentarily disoriented. For a moment, she didn't know how to react. His body pressed against hers, his chest against her own, making her feel breathless, almost suffocated. Just as she was about to bite him in desperation, he suddenly released her. Jiang Shuowan snapped back to her senses, realizing the intimacy of the moment. He leaned close to her ear and whispered, "Want to do that again?" She immediately pushed him away, touching her bitten lip with her right hand, and gave a strange smile. She moved slowly, extremely shy. The anniversary celebration isn't over yet. You should go back. I need to get something from my dorm. With that, she ran off. This man was far too dangerous. In her haste, her mask fell off again, but she didn't bother to pick it up. Lu Shuchun stood beneath the tree, watching her retreating figure, which was running in the opposite direction of the dormitory. He smiled, bent down, and picked up the mask. At this moment, Su Shuetong walked over. She looked at him nervously. "Why did you come out?" He replied indifferently, "To get some fresh air." "What about you? Why did you come out?" Su Shuetong immediately stepped forward and took his arm. "I came out to find you, of course." "All right, let's go back inside. The principal is looking for you." Lu Shuchen nodded and walked with her. Su Shuetong glanced back towards the tree. She didn't see the cousin Xiao Yunhan had mentioned. The impoverished girl, in order to make her mother happy, pretended to be her twin sister and entered the ward. Jiang Shuowan saw her mother looking dejected and heartbroken. She couldn't help but ask, "Mom, why aren't you eating?" Jiang Minjin looked at her daughter. "I'm not hungry." "Where did you go today?" Jiang Shuowan peeled an apple. "Mom, didn't I tell you? Inglan's mom had something to do this afternoon, so I went to help out at her little supermarket." Jiang Minjin slowly spoke. "So that's it. Have you eaten?" She handed the peeled apple to her mother. "I'll go eat now." "Mom, you eat some fruit first. I'll heat up some food for you later if you want." She walked out of the hospital building. Jiang Minjin's condition seemed to have worsened. Was it because she was so worried about Su Shuetong? If only she could find her today. Just then, Su Shuetong appeared in front of her. Jiang Shuowan was very excited, thinking Su Shuetong had come for her mother. She took off her sunglasses, the corners of her mouth curving up. "Jiang Shuowan, let's talk. You went to Bing University to look for me this afternoon." Jiang Shuowan was stunned. "Yes, I wanted you to come see Mom." Su Shuetong scoffed. "So it really was you. I wondered who this cousin of mine could be. When someone told me, I guessed it was you. It was her oversight. How could she forget to confirm whether Su Shuetong even had a cousin?" Su Shuetong suddenly moved closer, her expression terrifying. "I'm asking you, did you see him at Bing University this afternoon?" Jiang Shuowan panicked and lied, "No." Su Shuetong confirmed again, "Really?" She nodded, "Yes." Her mother was still in the hospital. She couldn't let Su Shuetong know she had almost been exposed today. Su Shuetong breathed a sigh of relief. "Good that you know what's good for you. If you dare to ruin my plans, Dad won't spare you or your mother." She turned to leave. Jiang Shuowan immediately grabbed her hand. "Wait. Mom's having surgery tomorrow. Go see her now." Su Xuetong shook off her hand in disgust. Get your filthy hands off me. Jiang Xuan yelled. Do you know how much Mom misses you? Su Xuetong scoffed at her words. Misses me? If she missed me, why didn't she take me with her when she got divorced? But I should thank her for not taking me. If she had taken me, I'd be the poor one today. Jiang Xuan finally saw her true colors. Eye in your eyes. Wealth and status are happiness. Su Xuetong chuckled. What else is there? Is being poor like you, unable to even afford to get sick, having to sell yourself for surgery? Happiness? Too bad. This is reality. Get out after the surgery tomorrow, or don't blame me for being unkind. Jiang Xuan clenched her fists, wanting to slap her. Su Xuetong wouldn't visit their mother, but she couldn't let her mother go on a surgery with regrets. So she would go see her as Su Xuetong. Jiang Mingjin heard a knock and called out, "Come in." The door was unlocked. Jiang Xuan pushed the door open, holding a bouquet of flowers. Jiang Mingjin looked up and was stunned. Xuetong. Jiang Xuan breathed a sigh of relief that her mother hadn't recognized her. I heard you're having surgery tomorrow, so I came to see you. If I have classes tomorrow and can't get away, I won't be able to come. Jiang Mingjin was overjoyed, but it's enough that you came to see me. She pressed some money into Jiang Xuan's hand. Here's 3,000 yuan. Have Xuan buy you some nutritional supplements. Jiang Xuan tried to refuse. Mom, I saw on TV the other day that you found a good family. I'm relieved. Jiang Mingjin reached out to hold her hand, but missed. Jiang Xuan turned and left. The domineering CEO finally knew the girl's name. Jiang Mingjin called out with a trembling voice, Xuetong. Jiang Xuan hesitated slightly, then turned back with a look of impatience. Remember to eat well. Take care. With that, she walked out. Jiang Mingjin looked out the door and sobbed. Xuetong, you'll always be my good daughter. She picked up her chopsticks and started to eat. She owed her daughter. She couldn't blame her. Jiang Xuan removed her wig and sunglasses and sobbed in the hallway. Meanwhile, Lu Shuchun was taking a shower. His subordinate called with a report. CEO Lu, it turns out the current Mrs. Su only gave birth to one son. She is not Miss Su's biological mother. After their parents divorced, Miss Su lived with her father, Su Yuancheng, in Bingcheng, while her twin sister lived with their mother, Jiang Mingjin, in Meicheng. She put on a white bathrobe. Didi spoke up, so what's that woman's name? Lu Shuchun listened, poured a glass of red wine, and gestured for her to continue. Jiang Mingjin had an affair during her marriage, which led to the breakdown of her marriage and her leaving with nothing. After arriving in Meicheng, she could only rely on odd jobs, barely making ends meet. And Jiang Xuan, from a young age, became a wild child with no discipline. Lying, stealing, selfishness, early relationships. She dabbled in everything. She started working as a hostess and model in nightclubs in high school. It said that in order to get a good price for a night, she capitalized on her youth and beauty. She usually kept a straight face, packaging herself as pure and innocent. Life went smoothly for her until this year, when Jiang Mingjin was diagnosed with heart disease, wiping out their savings. Jiang Xuan then came to Bingcheng to find Miss Su. Miss Su, being kind-hearted, privately paid for the medical expenses. But Jiang Xuan was greedy and insatiable. She appeared at the hospital the day before yesterday, taking advantage of Jiang Mingjin's hospitalization to try and get more money from Miss Su. Lu Shuchun ran a hand through his hair in frustration. So, that Jiang Xuan dropped out of high school, right? His subordinate shook his head that it's strange. Although her private life is chaotic, she got into Z University in Bingcheng. He stammered. Is that at IS that right? Z University? Her grades must have been excellent. After all, Z University is ranked in the top 20 nationwide. Lu Shuchun pondered this for a moment. After a while, he actually laughed, taking a graceful sip of his red wine. She really can't be underestimated. The next morning, Xia Yinglan brought a bouquet of flowers to visit Jiang Mingjin. Annie, I wish you a successful surgery today, she said with a smile that it's been a while. Yinglan, you've become even more beautiful. Thank you for coming to see me. But you shouldn't have bought so many things next time. It's really too much. Xia Yinglan walked over and handed her the flowers. Auntie, you're welcome. Wanwan and I are good friends. It's what I should do. Suddenly, she noticed the pink flowers on the table. Wow, these flowers are beautiful. Jiang Xuan's face was gloomy. Su Xuetong came to see my mom last night. These are from her. Jiang Mingjin took out a bag of money, looking pleased. Yes, Xuetong came to see me last night. She even gave me 3,000 yuan to buy nutritional supplements. She sighed. It's a pity Xuan isn't here. Otherwise, the two sisters could have seen each other. She pursed her lips softly. Xiaoyinglan took her hand. Wan, my mom has been having trouble sleeping lately. I want to get her some sleeping pills. Will you come with me? Jiang Mingjin smiled kindly. Wan, mom just wants to sleep for a while. Go with Yinglan. In the hallway, Xiaoyinglan pressed her. Wan, be honest. Yesterday, when you suddenly asked me to borrow a wig and clothes, was it to pretend to be Su Xuetong? She felt apologetic. I didn't mean to hide it from you. Yinglan was furious. I knew it. That old witch, Luo Yun, could never raise a good daughter. She schemed to break up your parents. It's just despicable. A moment later, she felt she had spoken too harshly and hugged her. I don't blame you. I just feel bad that you always bear everything alone. You can't hide things from me next time. Jiang Shuowan nodded. Her twin sister was cleared of accusations of a chaotic private life. A nurse walked over in the hallway. Are you Jiang Mingjin's family member? Please go to Dr. Wei's office right away. She arrived at Dr. Wei's office. Dr. Wei saw her and immediately handed her a report. This is your mother's cranial CT scan report from yesterday. Jiang Shuowan felt uneasy. Doctor Wei, I don't quite understand this. Is there a problem? The doctor pointed to a small red dot on the brain scan. Look here. This is a soybean-sized tumor. It could potentially affect the heart surgery. Her body stiffened. A tumor? How could there be a tumor? Is this a mistake? My mom has always had heart problems. All her other medical results have been good. Xiaoyinglan was also in disbelief. Yes, doctor. Annie's previous checkups were all fine, weren't they? Dr. Wei patiently explained. Xiao Jiang, simply put, this tumor has been dormant in your mother's brain, probably for many years. It just hasn't been discovered before. However, this heart surgery could potentially awaken the tumor. Jiang Shuowan became anxious. Then what should we do? Dr. Wei looked at her gravely. That's what I wanted to discuss with you today. Your mother's heart condition has reached the point where surgery is unavoidable. If the surgery goes well and doesn't disturb the tumor, there won't be any problems. She asked nervously, and what if it does awaken it? If it awakens, she could fall into a coma, become a vegetable, or even lose her life. Jiang Shuowan was shocked, frozen in place. The doctor frowned. So, should we still proceed with the surgery today? She hesitated, unsure what to do. Suddenly remembering something, she asked the doctor, if my mom doesn't have the heart surgery, she won't last much longer, will she? The doctor nodded. Clenching her fist around the blood vessel report, Jiang Shuowan gritted her teeth and made her final decision. Let's do the surgery. Meanwhile, at the Su residence, Luo Yu asked, what did you say? He asked about Jiang Shuowan. Su Xuetong fumed. How could Lu Shuchen know about Jiang Shuowan? It must have been yesterday afternoon when Jiang Shuowan came to Bingda University to find me. Shuchen must have seen her. He even lied to me, saying no one saw us. Did he say anything else? Su Xuetong pouted. He just asked me if Jiang Shuowan's mother had the surgery. He didn't say anything else. Luo Yu appeared very calm. Oh, it seems he had someone look into it. He's worried. Mom, why aren't you worried at all? What if he's interested in that bitch and investigates further? If he finds out it wasn't me that night we got engaged, we'll be in trouble. Luo Yu glared at her. Look at your temper. How many times have I told you? You need to be calm and collected when things happen. You're not even as good as that Jiang Shuowan in this regard. How will you ever become a wealthy socialite? Su Xuetong felt even more panicked after hearing this. But Shu Qin and I aren't married yet. I'm worried something might go wrong. Luo Yu gave a dark chuckle. There are no what-ifs. When your father decided to have Jiang Shuowan take your place and spend the night with Lu Shuchun, I knew he wouldn't necessarily be so obedient. So I took precautions online beforehand. Even if Lu Shuchun investigates, he'll be too disgusted by her scandalous past to pursue it. Su Xuetong breathed a sigh of relief and kissed her mother. Thank you, Mom. You're so good to me. Silly child. Who else would I be good to? Inwardly, Luo Yu cursed her daughter for being a fool. You're so beautiful. Of course, I have to be good to you. Otherwise, how could I use you to gain more benefits and pave the way for my son? Su Xuetong was still a little uneasy, but now Shuchen knows about her existence. Will there be trouble in the future? Luo Yu chuckled again. That will cross that bridge when we come to it. Since he already knows, why don't you take him to visit that old woman personally? That way, you can play the devoted daughter in front of Lu Shuchen. Su Xuetong immediately brightened. Right. Mom, you're so smart. I'll contact Shuchun right away. Luo Yu chuckled inwardly. Jiang Mingjin, look at your pitiful daughter. You can't beat me. Not 18 years ago, and not now. Her fake identity as her twin sister had been exposed. Downstairs at the hospital, Lu Shuchen sat in the driver's seat, frowning. Xuetong. Do you really want to visit your mother? She unbuckled her seatbelt. She's the one who gave birth to me, after all. Even though we've been separated since I was little and don't have any mother-daughter bond, she still gave me life. She added, if you don't want to go up, I'll go by myself. You can wait for me here. He didn't want to go up, but for some reason, the image of Jiang Shuowan falling towards him at Bingda University flashed through his mind. He inexplicably wanted to see her again. He forced a smile. Since we're here, I'll go up with you. They arrive at the ward, only to find it empty. The nurse told them, Jiang Mingjin in bed 2 is currently in surgery. Lu Shuchen comforted Su Xuetong that don't worry, Xuetong. The surgery shouldn't have any problems. You sit here for a bit. I'll go to the nurse's station and ask how much longer it will take. He then went to the nurse's station. The nurse blushed immediately upon seeing him. Sir, is there anything I can help you with? Jiang Mingjin, bed 2, ward 9. How much longer will the surgery take? The nurse heard a commotion. Excuse me, please excuse me, and turned to see someone being wheeled back. Jiang Shuowan asked anxiously, Nurse, my mom should be waking up soon, right? Mom, can you hear me? They passed right by Lu Shuchen. They brushed past each other. Was he being ignored? Did they think he was invisible? He immediately called out, Jiang Shuowan. Jiang Shuowan stopped dead in her tracks. What did that voice just call her? Was she hallucinating? She turned around. It really was him. Lu Shuchen's face was terrifyingly dark. His voice was icy-wide. It really is you, Jiang Shuowan. Jiang Shuowan was startled. How did he know everything? Just then, Su Xuetong came over and took Lu Shuchen's arm. Shuchen, mom's surgery is finished, and she's back. I'll take you to see her. Lu Shuchen ignored her, his cold eyes fixed on Jiang Shuowan. Jiang Shuowan turned her head away, desperately avoiding his gaze. Su Xuetong put on a show of affection, taking Jiang Shuowan's hand. She acted very intimate. At Shuowan. Thank you so much for taking care of Mom these past few days. Then, her expression changed in an instant as she whispered in Jiang Shuowan's ear. What did you two just talk about? Jiang Shuowan realized Su Xuetong knew nothing. It seemed Lu Shuchen hadn't figured out she was the one that night. He must have seen her when she was pretending